So today I'm going to be adding extra lights to the front of this. So I'll show you what I've got. We've got these LED daytime running lights, and as you can probably imagine, they fit in the fog light hole like so. They are daytime running lights, and then they also have the option of switching to dimming when you've got the lights on, or you can have them wired so they just turn off. I'm going to go with dimming because my aim here is to put more lights on the front. I also have these LED lights, which these are only cheap ones. I'll put links to everything I'm fitting in the description box below, but these are going to go in the grille. So the plan is to put them there, possibly at an angle like that. They fit a bit better, and there, and I've got 2 for each side, and then yeah, we'll end up with upgraded lights. I've also got LED replacements for the side lights and upgraded headlight bulbs, so while we're playing with lighting, I'll show you that on the way. The first thing I want to do is fit these daytime running lights, and I have had a quick look. It looks like I can access the back of the bumper without taking the bumper off. I think if I take the grille off, which I've got to take off anyway to fit these LEDs, I think I can access it down there. So that's what we're going to try and do. Let's get going. Right, so what I've done here is I've measured across and put a little dot in the middle, and I've measured down and put a little dot in the middle, and then I've poked a little pokey thing right through what should be the middle. It doesn't quite look like it from here, but it is. I have measured twice and will drill once. And the biggest hole saw I've got is actually a 73, so I'm going to put that through, and then we'll file it down to fit the housing. And once I've done this side, I'll do the other side. Right, now that we've got our initial holes drilled, we need to file them out so that we're basically taking off this whole outer edge here. So I've been using a carbide end, which, as you can see, does make a bit of a mess, but cuts the hole exactly how you want it. And then if I just shove that in there, you can kind of see when it's all attached properly how it's going to look. Right, front grille removal is pretty simple. It is 4 T30 Torx screws and then a couple of clips at the bottom of the grille. Okay, once those screws are out, if you lift, so that gives us great access for where we're going to put the LEDs in, so we'll mark them later, and the wiring should hopefully come up through this bottom gap here. So let's give it a try. It's another day. It's in fact a week later. I ran out of time the other day, so I've actually been driving the van around with holes in the bumper, but today we're going to get it all back together. I'm not doing it outside today because it's a bit windy. So let me get everything set up. I'll get the bonnet open, grill off, and we'll continue where we left off. Right, it's time to actually fit the lights. So I've made sure it all fits. It goes in there quite snug. And what it says is to use Sikaflex or similar to glue it in place. So I have the wonderful Tiger Seal. Yeah, so like I said before, I'm going to attempt to route the cabling up here so I can sort of come up and over out of the way behind the grille to a fuse box, which I believe is, oh, it's there, it's over there. So there's lots of cabling, so it might actually come all the way along the bumper from that side and then bring both wires up there to the fuse box. I think that'll look a lot neater. So the first thing I've got to do is try and get these wires up there. So if I just adjust the camera, let's see how well this works. So what I've actually done is taken this trim off, which sits in there, and at the top there, there's just a clip, so you just squeeze the tabs together. I've then run a wire down, I've just hooked it in there for a minute, nice thick wire, tied it to the end of the plug, and if I pull that up, we should get caught. Feed it at the same time. There we go. So there's our cable, which I can then put that somewhere else for now to hold it. And yeah, our light is then in place. So as you can see, that fits, get rid of all the bits on there, that fits really snug in there. Really pleased with the look of that. But I need to tiger seal that and then do the other side. All right, as you can see, both lights are being held in with half shafts. And I've just fitted these upgraded headlight bulbs, apparently 150% brighter. I didn't show you that on the video because you can't really see anything, and it's a bit of a tight squeeze. But what I can show you is how to upgrade the side lights. So again, behind here is a little rubber cover, and you grab hold of the bulb, which is there, you can see it wiggling, just twist it. Nope, not a twisted one, this is just a pulley one. And there is our little 501 side light bulb. We don't want that, we want these awesome LEDs. And the only thing with these is they will only work in one direction. So if you plug them in, they don't work. Before you go back, get a warranty or whatever, just turn them around. And if I prop you up there, I'll grab the wiring again. I'll just push that. They literally just push fit. These are great little bulbs, like that. And I'm going to go and put the lights on just to see if they work. Oh, they are on. It is on. I'll shove that through there. There we go. That white light, yellow light. Definitely white light looks better. So, do the other side, and then I'm going to go and find out how long tiger seal takes to go off. Okay, so the answer to my question is 30 to 60 minutes to cure, depending on the ambient temperature and humidity, up to 24 hours to fully cure. So, the van's probably going to stay here tonight. I will look at it again Monday morning, so it's going to have nearly 2 days. So let's get onto the wiring. This looks like a bit of a mess. It's probably scary to some people. It's very, very simple. We're going to pull a fuse out the fuse box and connect this like adapter into its place. So whatever the circuit is we're pulling out of will still be, which I think is like an ignition one, will still be fused. And then we're going to piggyback off that fuse to here. We then have a ground wire, because for every positive you need a ground. And then we have two wires here, which they sent some Scotch locks in the kit. I'll show you that in a minute. And depending on whether you want the LEDs to dim or turn off with headlights, I want dim. So dim is yellow light, yellow wire, and to turn them off is the white wire. So we're going to just ignore the white wire and connect up the yellow wire to the feed to the headlights. So let's start from the beginning. I've undone 3 of the screws. There's one there, one down here, and this final one here. To the fuse box, lift the lid off. Okay, so this is where it's going to get fiddly. So we need to find one of those fuses that is live with ignition to put this in. So let's see if I can prop you up somewhere here. All I'm going to do is I've got a little sharp proby pointy thing, and on the fuse there is a little exposed end. I'm just going to keep probing that. So that whole side there is nothing, and same with that. So my guess is that hopefully one of these ones will lighten up. Oh, that one there is already live, but none of those are live apart from that one 10 amp. So if I now go and put my ignition on, so 5 amp there, yay, we are live there. Ignore the voltage, it's because I've got a dodgy earth. So can I do the bottom one? Yep. I'm going to pull out that bottom one just because it's going to give more space for the new fuse. I have no idea what it's for. We'll leave it up there for a moment. Right, will that give enough room to clear? Yes, it will. Perfect. So that's our feed. I don't know if you can see, but where did I see it? Right down there, there is a white nut. That is a good ground point. Okay, so everything is now wired in, as you can see, and it was just a case of trying it out. So fingers crossed that with the ignition on, we should have some. Yes, we do. Look, we've got they lit up. Exciting times. And now if I put the headlights on, it should, turn the music off, we should still have lights on the bottom there, but just dim. Nope, they've gone off. So My guess is one of two things. Either that Scotch lock, which I'm not a massive fan of, isn't connected very well, or they've got the colours wrong, or I've read it wrong. White wire head, there it was, it's me. The white wire is for the lights to go dim. So I'm going to swap that over and route this wiring a bit better. There are some cable ties in the packet, so I'll get all that done. I'm going to cut a little U shape in the plastic channel here, so the wire can just come through. Then that can sit wherever it wants to there. Yeah, so yeah, swap that over, route the wiring, and then we're going to go to the little LEDs going in the grill. We're wired in. They're not the easiest ones to see like this, but I think at night in the dark these are going to look awesome. So we are basically connected to the same wire as the other side, to the headlight leveling. So what I'm going to do is obviously unplug these, let's try this one, put the panel back on the right way around, put the panel back in with the wires fed through those holes. Then with the grill on, I can then line them up as I want. The screws that came with these LEDs are self-tapping, so I can just screw them straight into the plastic, being careful not to over tighten them. And finally, the finished article looks like this.